Welcome back to Springfield, Missouri, site of the 32nd Annual Christian Homeschool Basketball National Championships. Scott Staten and Jeremy Caldwell, we are at Drury University, O'Reilly Family Events Center, site of today's boys 18U game with the Midsouth Mustangs out of Tennessee playing against the Houston Raiders. So it'll be the Southeast region against the Big South region. And what can we expect in this one, Jeremy?
Up-tempo, high-scoring, probably a lot of threes from both teams.
So we like it.
We like it.
We like it. If you're going to play in the morning, we need lots of points. So
we need lots of points. We need up-tempo, fast pace. Let's get it going early.
When they do start quickly off the tip, battle underneath for the board, and going to be a jump ball, so it's going to be a quick possession change there. Houston Raiders in the white uniforms with the dark trim. The Mid-South Mustangs in the black uniforms with the white and gray trim. They'll be bringing the ball up, trying to get the first points on the board. Just underway here, first quarter. It's boys 18U game.
And neither team has a very deep bench.
Quick steal there by Hervey for the Raiders, but back the other way as they tried to get a fast break. Ball was knocked out of bounds by the Mustang defender. It will stay down at this end. Houston Raiders will bring it in under their own bucket. Hervey will do the job for his team. And here we go. On the inbounds, jump shot put up by Carter Nedlingham. Can't get it to go. Rebound to the Mustangs. Quickly the other way for the Mustangs. It is Javante Felton, and that bucket goes up and is good. First points of the game. Quick 2-point lead for the Mustangs.
That was coast to coast. Pretty quick shot there.
Raiders going to set up their offense. Top is Jacob May, and on the pass, it goes out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover. Ball will be given to the Mustangs. 2-0. Just about a minute underway here in this boys 18U. So what's up next for whoever wins this game, Jeremy? They continue to move on and will play, I assume, later on tonight.
Yes, the winner of this game will advance to play the Texas Lions in a Sweet 16 ball game.
3-point shot, no good by the Mustangs. And then on the putback attempt, that one was no good. That was number 13, Daniel Johnson. Couldn't get it to go. Ball went out of bounds. It will be Raider ball.
So they are playing for the opportunity to advance to the Sweet 16 in D1.
Here's a drive inside by Jacob May. Then they kick it back out. Over to Bubba Whedon. Cross-court pass. There's May in the corner. He sinks the three. Connects from outside. First points for the Houston Raiders. And now they lead it 3-2. 6:18 to go, first quarter.
Yeah, this Raiders team, you really can't leave any of the four guys outside of number 13, Cole Baker, open at the three-point line because they can all hit it, whether it be Hervey, Jacob May, or
so the Mustangs with another turnover. They give it up on the travel, and it will be the Raiders' ball. Houston with the ball on the attack. They lead it 3-2 on a Jacob May three. Shot is up and no good. That time by Whedon, but it comes off to the Raiders once again. Over in the corner is Hervey. Hervey's going to back it out. Drive to his left. Here's a Cole Baker. Thought about a jumper there, didn't do it. Bubba Whedon with the ball. He backs it out and resets. Mustang defense really causing some trouble here on this possession. And then on the drive by Whedon, the ball gets knocked off of his leg and out of bounds. It will be turnover to the Mustangs. Mustangs trailing by one early on. First quarter here. This boys 18U Division I play-in game, trying to advance to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, Memphis playing a very aggressive, tight man-to-man defense there. And looks like the Raiders are also playing. Nope, they're in a zone defense.
Oh, beautiful interior pass, and then the spin move. That was Daniel Johnson with the bucket. 4-3. 5:09 to go. Raiders bring the ball up. Against this Mustangs defense. It's given them trouble the last couple possessions. There at the top of the key for Houston, Carter Nettlingham can't get the three to go. Rebound off to the Mustangs. Here they come the other way. Double team over across the half-court line. That's Cameron Taylor. He gets the pass inside to Jamarcus Fleming. Can't get the jumper to go. Rebound off to the Raiders. Raiders quickly the other way. Here's the pace you were talking about. And then the defender tried to step in front, but he is called for the block. That foul is going to be on number 15, Michael Chapman. His first and the first foul of the game. On the inbounds, well, that was just over everybody and to his player, but they called him for a push-off. That looked like it was Cole Baker. Got behind his man, thought he sealed him, but the official said that he pushed in his back. And so Cole Baker picks up the foul, first one for his team.
Yeah, and I don't really think he needed to push off on there. He had the size advantage and the inside position.
It was a great pass, too, on the inbounds. Cameron Taylor will bring it up for the Mustangs. There's a almost behind the back pass. He found Taylor, but Taylor had a defender there. And then on the pass over into the corner, looking for a shooter, Mabry, his foot was on the sideline, and so that is a turnover once again for the Mustangs. They're having a couple of turnovers here early. Having a tough time getting in sync, but looks like they are trying to push the pace just a bit. Raiders going to bring it up. 4-3 halfway through this first quarter. Going all the way to his right and kisses it off the glass. Nice job by John Hervey. And his team back out in front 5-4. Another lead change early on.
Yeah, the guards for the Houston Raiders are really quick off the dribble.
Mabry for a deep three, no good. There on the rebound is Fleming. Fleming puts up a jumper from the side of the paint. It's no good. Another opportunity for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Cole Baker down there adjusting that shot attempt because of his size.
Felton with the ball, back to Taylor. Taylor going to set things up. Trying to direct his offense. Get something to work here. There's a bounce pass right on the nail, but it gets turned over to the Raiders, and then quickly the other way. Switches to his left hand, and a nifty move and layup there by Nettlingham. He gets in the scorebook. 7-4 now. Raiders with their largest lead of the game.
Yeah, that was a good left-hand finish on the opposite side.
And then on the drive with a left hand, that was a tough shot. Javante Felton gets that one to go. It's 7-6. Houston Raiders in the white with the lead and the ball. On the drive, can't get that one to go. John Hervey, a little bit too strong. Quickly the other way, and then he has the ball back tapped. Goes into the hand of the Raiders. Raiders on the drive on the fast break. Ball is tipped out of bounds by the Mustang defender. It will stay down at this end.
Yeah, Jacob did a good job of seeing the weak side teammate there, but great defense to flip it out of bounds.
And we've got substitutions now. Raiders giving some rest to their starters.
Yep, three new players on the floor here.
There's Josh Foster. Here's a three-pointer, and it's good. And that one was by Bubba Whedon for the three. Sorry, that was Leon Brooks before, not Josh Foster. Had the wrong team. Mustangs with the ball. They trail now 10-6. That's a second three-pointer now for the Raiders. They've been able to connect from outside. Mustangs going to think about it. Here up top is Javante Felton. His shot is off to the right. Rebound to the Raiders. Luke Samang had it. Here they come on the attack once again. Little left-handed shot, rolls in. Nice shot there by Leon Brooks, who's off the bench and quickly scores. And now the lead is 12-6. The Raiders doubling up the Mustangs early on here.
So the Raiders have had 5 different players score already.
Very balanced scoring attack so far. Taylor over to the right side. Oh, good hands. Ball knocked away by Jacob May. But then as he tried to get the break going, it was stolen back by Fleming. Fleming drives it all the way. His jumper goes. 12-8. 1:32 to go, first quarter. It is the Houston Raiders with the 4-point lead. Winner advancing to tonight's Sweet 16 of the boys 18U. That time kind of a wild shot by Leon Brooks. He took it in, and as he floated across the lane, put it up with his left hand, but Fleming comes across his arm, and that will put Brooks at the line for 2 free throws.
Did you see who he called the foul on? I couldn't see from here, my angle.
I think it was on 33. I think that was Fleming. First free throw is up and rattles out. He'll get one more. Seems like neither team right now, Jeremy's able to kind of get in a flow. They both look like they want to push the pace, but every time they do it, they either have a turnover or the other team comes up with a steal or tips the ball away or does something to stop their progress.
Right.
And we got substitutions. And
yeah, they had one of the players had a bracelet on. The referee made him remove it.
Second shot, no good, and he misses both. So the Mustangs dodge that bullet. They have a chance now to cut into this 12-8 lead with 1:19 to go here in the first. Michael Chapman will bring it up for the Mustangs. Guarded closely up top. Where the Raiders attack as soon as they get anywhere near that three-point line.
Yeah, they got an attacking zone defense.
Nice pass and a little flip inside by Fleming.
Man, Fleming's got 6 early points of the 10.
There's a backup. Brooks for 3, and well, they say he was on the line. That's a 2. When he's been instant offense off the bench here for the Raiders, and it's 14-10, 40 seconds to go here in this opening period. Mustangs with the ball, trailing by 4. Brooks all over his man. Anything up near the top there, they are going to be all over. Here's a 3 from the side, went halfway down and rimmed out. Looked like Johnson had one there, but the Mustangs end up coming away with the ball again. A lot of second chance opportunities for them, and then a whistle on the drive as Michael Chapman went in for the shot, put up a left-hander. I think they called it on the floor. Yes, they did, and so they will take it in under their basket. A couple more players back in now. Felton and Taylor back in for the Mustangs.
Yeah, right now the Mustangs are just beating the Raiders to all the loose balls. They're out hustling them right now.
Here's Taylor, top of the key. 3, the lefty puts it in, smooth stroke. That's the first 3 of the game for the Mustangs, and that cut the lead to 1. Less than 10 seconds to go here. Raiders going to bring it up the court quickly, try to get off a last-second shot, all the way to the goal, and rolls around and drops through John Hervey for the Raiders. And that's the way this first quarter will end, with the Houston Raiders holding a 16-13 lead over the Mid-South Mustangs. We'll be back with the second quarter after this word from our sponsor.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula, real-time pain relief. It's soothing lotion, it's rich in nature's ingredients, and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple back aches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief, it's a knockout.
Welcome back. Second quarter action here. Boys 18U play-in game. It is the Houston Raiders holding a 16-13 lead over the Mid-South Mustangs. Scott Staten, Jeremy Caldwell coming to you from Drury University's campus at the O'Reilly Center. Winner will move on to play in the boys' Sweet 16 tonight. There on the drive by Hervey. His shot was blocked by the Mustangs. Quickly the other way, going to push the pace. And as he gets into the block area, he draws the foul, and that's going to be on the floor, so they'll take it in underneath. Mustangs down by 3. Both teams trying to push a pace here, but had a lot of turnovers and just kind of unable to find a flow, but starting towards the end of that first quarter to really find themselves and hit a couple of threes and really change the flow of the game. Yeah. But we know both of them want to push it if they can.
Yeah, quick hands there by Carter on the outside, but A lot of ball movement, not too much driving and penetration for the Mid-South Mustangs outside of Jamarcus Fleming.
And it seems like a lot of that is because it looks like the Raiders, as we get another turnover, Raiders have really concentrated on running them off the line. As soon as the ball gets anywhere near the three-point line, they've got two defenders in their face and really just trying to prevent them from finding any kind of lanes inside.
Right. Yeah, they've done early on they were trapping the wings and then make sure they're running out to the three-point shooters.
That time, Cardinal Nedlingham again. Boy, he's hit a couple of tough jumpers where he's had some contact and been in midair, and somehow he just spins it off the backboard. Great shot, his 4th point of the game. First one of this quarter. Mustangs on the attack, trailing 18-13. Taylor with the ball, being harassed by those Raider defenders on the perimeter. Boy, they have been aggressive this first half of this game. Taylor, pump fake, drives, flips it, beautiful pass down low, tosses it up and in by number 4, Josh Foster, his first points of the game. He's the 5th Mustang to score.
That was a good find by Cameron Taylor.
Then all the way, Cardinal Nedlingham once again. His 6th point. Nedlingham really doing a good job finding an opening down there near the bucket. Here's Taylor from outside. Another 3, the lefty connects. Cameron Taylor, his 6th point, both on 3s. He's got a smooth stroke. Nedlingham, this time he answers at the other end.
Yeah, Carter's had 2 quick answers to the buckets by Memphis Mustangs there. And that's these Raiders, they get up the floor quick.
Taylor again, almost had that one, but it rims out and comes off to the Raiders and Luke Samang. But as they try to quickly bring it up court, it's another turnover. And the other way comes Michael Chapman for the Mustangs. Taylor, he's going to dribble to his right. Ball tipped away. Once again, harassed there. Great job by Leon Brooks. Somehow ends up back in the hands of Fleming. And as he drives, he kind of loses his footing and gets called for the travel.
Well, when he turned the corner, he seen big number 2 standing in his way, Luke Samang, and he had to try to sidestep. And we seen the last game that one of the early games this morning where they got called trying to do the Euros, and he was taking that one extra step, getting called for traveling.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers in this game. We don't track those, but if we did, I think we'd have a full sheet already. It's been a lot of turnovers, and part of that's the pace, wouldn't you say, Jeremy? Just the way that both teams are really trying to, as soon as they get a rebound, they're off to the races.
Right.
Just unable to make it. It's a good idea, but the execution is not there.
Yeah, sometimes they're, like we said earlier, they're.
Oh, that time, Nedlingham had his defender on his heels, and he expected, because Nedlingham's had a couple of great drives to the bucket, and that time he just stopped and was all alone.
Right.
Thought about it and then just put it in. Great shot. Nedlingham with a quick back-to-back 3s. And Nedlingham with the rebound off the miss. Felton couldn't get it to go. Great pass inside. Could not get it to go, though, was Samang, but there with the putback. Looked like, was that Hervey that put that in?
Yeah, that was Hervey with the follow, and that's why you always tell your teammates you got to follow through because not everything's guaranteed to go in.
Taylor, top of the key 3. That one short. Nedlingham had it, lost it, but it was knocked out of his hands by Fleming. It will go the other way. Yeah. Into the game for the Raiders, Bubba Whedon and Cole Baker.
Houston Raiders got a early 10-point lead here with 4:40 to go in the first half. They're up 28-18, and they are definitely not playing a slow and methodical pace like we've seen in the first half of the last game.
Yeah, not saving any energy for tonight. They got to win this one.
Right.
Nedlingham, well, he's lighting it up, 10 points in this quarter already. There's a pass to May. Far corner, Hervey for 3. He sinks it. That's the 3rd three-pointer this quarter and the 5th of the first half for the Raiders, and they hold a 31-18 lead.
Yeah, these Houston Raiders, there's about 4 guys on this team that can light it up from outside the arc, and all 4 of them are on the floor right now.
Mustangs trying to find an answer. Into the game for them is Kavion Westbrook. There's a nice drive and a kiss off the glass with the left hand by Javante Felton, his 4th point, 31-20. Quickly the other way, Bubba Whedon. Nice pass underneath to his teammate Cole Baker. And, boy, they have started really get the pace they want as they have pushed it out to a 13-point lead with 3:45 to go.
Yeah, that's going to be a 30-second timeout by Memphis because I think the Houston Raiders here have not had many empty possessions the last few times down the floor.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see. They've looked like this is what they wanted to do the first quarter. They just couldn't make it happen.
Right.
But then the second quarter, they finally found the execution. Really, a lot of that, wouldn't you say, is Nedlingham has found his shot. He just had 2 points in the first quarter. But then after a couple of strong drives, boy, they found the range. 3 straight three-pointers. He's had 2. Hervey's had another. And, boy, this Raiders team has suddenly awakened and put a lot of points on the board. They're up 33-20 now.
Yeah, he quickly turned on the Jets, and then after getting 2 quick drives to the hole, once he gets the defender to get them hips turned, he stops on a dime and just popped a 3. So he had 10 quick points here in the second quarter. We still got 3:45 to go.
It was a 3-point game at the end of the first, and then the Raiders go on a 17-7 run to build that lead to 13 right now. Mustangs trying to answer. There's a floating, kind of floated to his right side jumper by Fleming, but that was off the mark. And the other way, here comes Bubba Whedon, stopped on the block by the defender, tried to make a cross the paint pass, and it was knocked out by the defender. It will stay at this end for the Raiders, who will bring it in under their basket.
That was a good look by Bubba Wheaton, finding his teammate on the weak side there, just threw it a little low and too hard for Harvey to capture, and I believe it was tipped by Midsouth.
On the inbounds, boy, they had Baker right there, but he was guarded by Taylor. Here comes Nedlingham again with another 3. Man, he is on fire. 3rd straight three-pointer. He's filling it up today. 15 points already in this one.
Yeah, he might have took the first quarter to save his legs, but he's not saving them this quarter.
On the miss by Chapman, Felton gets the rebound, takes it all the way back around and puts up a shot. It rims out. Other way quickly come the Raiders. Here comes Hervey. Up and in. Nope, they call it on the floor. The official waves it off and says it was on the floor. That foul, I believe, will be on 23 Felton. And if it was on the floor, he won't be at the free throw line because that's just the first foul of the quarter. And they will be passing it in. Boy, it looked like he was kind of in his motion there, Jeremy, but official said it was before he went up for the shot.
I thought he was in motion as well, but I'm not the one with the striped shirt. So.
Or the whistle. They won't let us have whistles. We've
asked for them. They said wouldn't work too well.
I think we could be helpful, but it would just give us another thing to do, so I'm not sure. Jacob May on the drive. He gets hacked underneath and will be given 2 shots.
That's going to be Daniel Johnson. His first foul of the game. Jacob May.
May will shoot 2. With this team up 16. First shot is good. It's just a 3-point game, but then Carter Nedlingham decided to make this quarter his own with 13 points, including 3 three-pointers as he sinks the second. The lead is now up to 18 points. They've almost doubled up the Mustangs after a game that was just 3 points after the first quarter. Mustangs going to try to find some way to answer here. That Raiders defense has been really tough. As soon as they get the ball outside, they've got somebody in their face. Inside, though, is Jamarcus Fleming. Puts it up, and we got a whistle, and he's going to get a chance to get an and one. Nice shot. Fleming trying to bring his team back. He's been able to operate down low, Jeremy. He's really good once he gets the ball anywhere near the paint at trying to weave his way in there as he sinks the 3 and completes the 3-point play.
Yeah, Cole Baker's got to do a better job of staying on his feet, not going for the pump fake.
Now the Raiders being pressed a little by the Mustangs on a trap, but there's a 3-pointer by May. Jacob May connects on a 3. That is the 5th 3-pointer of this quarter for the Raiders. 41-23, so Fleming had the and one, but that gets erased quickly as May comes down and sinks one. But then the other way, the Mustangs, that is Javante Felton with another 2. That is his 6th point of the game. And with 1:47 to go, it's 41-25. The Houston Raiders leading the Mid-South Mustangs out of Tennessee.
Yeah, the Raiders have They've hit 7 threes so far in the game.
Thought about another one there, and that time on the drive. Knocked to the floor was Bubba Whedon.
That's going to be the second foul on Fleming.
Marcus Fleming getting the contact. Ball underneath for the Raiders. We got some substitutions coming in for both teams.
Going to have a whole new squad here.
Yeah.
Looks like Fleming and May is going to stay on for Raiders, and the other 3 are going to be swapped out.
On the inbounds, here's May. He just hit a 3, but before he takes that shot, there, it looks like called for an illegal screen. Looked like number 14 they called it on, who had just come into the game, Gabe Wright, for the Houston Raiders. Did not see that one, but we were blocked out on where we were on the court. Here come the Mustangs, and there's another turnover into the hands of Nedlingham. Nedlingham gives it up to Wright. Wright all the way in, no good. There's Samang with the rebound. Boy, Nedlingham almost had a 3, but the defender came from behind, and then May, oh, beautiful up and under over his head. Gets that one to go. May now with 7 points this quarter, and the lead back up to 18.
Yeah, so Carter kind of took over the first half of the second quarter, and then now Jacob May's trying to take over the second half of the second quarter. That's going to be another foul. Leon Brooks.
Leon Brooks there with the foul. He's laughing as they said it was a foul, and he said, who, me? He knew he did it. Mustangs, almost lost the ball out of bounds. Nedlingham tries to knock it out of his hands. Can't. Taylor working the ball around the perimeter. Oh, there's a strong drive and a left-handed layup by Javante Felton. He was outside but saw that the lane was wide open. So he took it in and grabbed 2 there. 43-27, less than 30 to go here in this first half. This boys 18U game, the winner going on to the boys 18U Division I Sweet 16 later on tonight. They're going to hold it for one final shot.
Yeah, the winner of this game is going to face off against Texas Lions later tonight.
Here comes May working on his man. Ball bounced off his foot. Taylor saved it in bounds. 2 seconds to go. Now the Mustangs will get a shot at the buzzer. We got a whistle. And I think they're going to let the half end that way. So that's the way we ended here. First half, 43-27. It is the Houston Raiders with a 16-point lead over the Mid-South Mustangs. We'll be back with second half action after a halftime break.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula. Real-time pain relief. Its soothing lotion is rich in nature's ingredients and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple backaches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief. It's a knockout. When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula. Real-time pain relief. Its soothing lotion is rich in nature's ingredients and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple backaches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief. It's a knockout.
Welcome back. Second half action here in Springfield, Missouri. 32nd Annual Christian Homeschool Basketball National Championships. Scott Staten and Jeremy Caldwell in the campus of Drury University, where right now it is the Houston Raiders in this boys 18U play-in game. They are leading 43-27 over the Mid-South Mustangs out of the Southeast region in Tennessee. So far, Carter Nettlingham leading his team with 15 points. And the Raiders, after a 16-13 game in the first period, just went crazy in the second and were able to build that lead out to what it is now. Mustangs in the black, and they're on the attack. On the putback, that is number 23, Javante Felton. That is his 10th point of the game. He leads the scorers for the Mustangs, all-region and all-American game participant. That time a three is no good by Baker. And the other way comes the Mustangs.
He must have heard me in the broadcast in the first quarter when I said that all four but Cole Baker were shoot threes, so he decided he'd step out and show me he can shoot them too.
That's right. Got to get all five in there.
And almost knocked it down.
Mustangs, here's Felton once again and forces the action, gets the contact and the foul. He'll be at the free throw line. Felton showing why he is all region in the Southeast. We'll be able to see him later in the week in the All-American game. But he's hoping to be able to bring his team in a comeback here so that they can advance. And first free throw is no good and try to make it into the Sweet 16 for the boys 18U. The play-in route is for the teams that did not win their pools yesterday. And this is their opportunity to be one of the 8 teams that makes it in out of the 2 and the 3 seeds, placements rather, after the pool play has been finished. And so both teams hoping that happens. 43-30. On the drive, no good that time by Hervey. Mustangs the other way. So as hot as they were in the last quarter, as well, nice put in there by number 15, Chapman. As hot as they were in the second quarter, Jeremy, it seems like the Raiders have suddenly lost their shot at halftime.
Yeah, they got a couple of shots here that they've missed. Great cut right there.
Hervey thought about it, but he kicks it outside, and there's a three-point shot by Whedon. Can't get it, but gets his own rebound and puts it in. Whedon with 5 on the day. Very balanced scoring attack. 6 different players for the Raiders.
Injury
already in double
injury
digits.
Substitution. I don't know if it looks like it's probably a cramp.
Yeah, we've seen
An ankle.
Seen several cramps going on. That time Jamarcus Fleming going out.
We have a trainer down there sitting baseline, but I don't think he's noticed the player yet.
Hopefully it's nothing serious. Meanwhile, the Mustangs on the attack, trying to continue to cut into this lead. They're down 13, and boy, nice put in by Javante Felton. He's really started to take control in the paint there. Puts that one in, and he has a chance at a three-point play, and also to cut the lead down to 10 after trailing by 16.
I didn't see who he called that foul on.
I'm not sure either. Jeremy did not see that one, but I'll try to find out who that was. Free throw again, no good. If he's hitting his free throws, it's under double digits. But as it is, 11-point lead now still for the Raiders. Raiders only with 2 points in this quarter. And outscored 7-2 so far. Here's a three, and boy, that's the answer. Nettlingham.
He has not cooled off.
No, he hasn't. He's got 4 3-pointers already this game. 18 points to lead his squad. And his team's lead is back up to 14. 5:46 to go, third quarter. Boys 18U action.
Yeah, his last 4 shots have been threes.
On the spin move, Felton can't get that one to go, but that was a great shot. And then quickly the other way, all the way to the bucket, Nettlingham.
Another left-hand finish at the basket.
20 points now, and then a quick call on Jacob May. That's his foul. They'll bring it in from the sideline here, just in front of us. Mustangs trailing 50-34.
I believe that's I think that might be Jacob's 3rd foul. That one that we missed a while ago must have been on him. He's coming out.
Mustangs with the inbounds. 5:23 to go, third quarter. Looks like over on the sideline that Fleming for the Mustangs has just switched his shoes or put a brace on and Seems like he's going to be getting ready to come back in. And once again, wow, Felton has just taken the game into his hands and trying to will his team back in this comeback attempt, 50-36, as he hits another opportunity at a three-point play. Really showing why he's gotten some of the titles that he has with all region out of the Southeast and making it into the All-American game. And this one puts up the free throw and took a high bounce and comes back down and through the net. So 50-37, trying to keep his team in it. Down by 13.
Still 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Only a 13-point game.
Hervey takes it all the way. No good. Once again, Felton with the rebound. He's going to take it the other way. Harassed by two different Raiders. Falls to the floor, and the ball ends up right into his hands. And then it's going to be a tie-up and go back to the Raiders. Felton just seems like he feels like right now it's just all on him. He's really, this quarter, scored all but 2 of their points in this comeback attempt, but going to have to get some help if they're going to be able to climb this mountain and make it all the way back to advance into the Sweet 16. Mustangs right now on defense. Raiders going to bring it in. A little bit of a press here now by the Mustangs. Try to force some action, get some turnovers, cut into this lead by the Raiders. Houston brings the ball up over the timeline. That's Hervey. He stopped. Looks out top to Nedlingham. Nedlingham stops, pops, and that one doesn't hit. Saved in bounds, good hustle, but now it's a 5-on-4 coming the other way for Taylor for the Mustangs. Here's a three-pointer by the Mustangs. That's short. Battle for the board comes down to the hands of Hervey. Chapman couldn't get his 3 to go. Here's Nedlingham for the Raiders. On the drive, back in the right corner. Got 2 guys on him. You're not going to leave him alone. And then the ball tipped away. Boy, Chapman is really playing some defense there. But then that time he reaches in and gets the foul. Doing everything he can to get that ball back for his team.
Yeah, it's aggressive defense there, trying to get a steal. They're down 13, trying to give this team a little spark and also trying to give Felton a little help. Felton's kind of been the one-man show here in the second half, trying to will his team back.
Chapman doing a great job on defense. Here's Nedlingham from the top. That is Brooks. Can't get the 3 to go. Felton again with the rebound. Boy, he's piling up the rebounds and the points. Felton going to take it all the way. There's Taylor. Taylor to his left. Thought about a 3. Dribbles through his legs. Top of the key 3. Hesitated. Couldn't get it to go. Looked like he couldn't make up his mind there. Had a little bit of a hitch on the shot, and he ended up missing everything. And the ball goes out of bounds and back to the Raiders.
Yeah, he didn't know if he wanted to shoot or pass, and then I think he made a decision mid-motion.
Yeah, that's when it's tough.
That's never a good idea.
Back into the game, good news, Jamarcus Fleming for the Mustangs. Looks like he's okay. Here come the Raiders all the way to the bucket. Leon Brooks quickly answers. That's his 7th point of the game. 52-27, lead back up, or 37, lead back up to 15. Mustangs. That time, an aggressive move by Chapman. He's knocked to the floor, and that is a foul on the Raiders.
I believe they called that on number 2, Luke Simone.
Discussion with the coach by the official explaining what happened. Going to be 2 shots here for Michael Chapman. Missed the first. He'll get one more.
The one thing about Houston Raiders here has been on the inbounds play, they score quick. They get up the floor quick, they push the ball, and they get behind the defense, and they get in layups. And if not, they kick it out to 3s. And Carter here has had his way in this second and third quarter. So
Mustangs unable to connect on their free throws, which does not help their cause trying to come all the way back when they've already been down by 16. Right now the lead is 15. A little bit of a press there, but the Raiders beat it. Gabe Wright back out top to May. May to Brooks.
The Raiders have multiple ball handlers.
Here's May for 3. That's no good. Mustangs bringing it quickly the other way. That's Chapman. Takes it up, left-handed shot. Can't get it to go, but he's going to be at the free throw line. 2 players down, 1 for each team. It looks like they both landed on each other. For the Raiders, that's Gabe Wright, and I believe that's Chapman who took the shot. Michael Chapman for the Mid-South Mustangs. He'll have to shake that off to shoot his free throws.
So that foul is going to be on number 14. I think Carter thinks it's on him. It's going to be on Gabe Wright, his 3rd foul.
So Chapman going to get 2 more. He missed the last 2. Going to try to hit these. They've been given opportunities at the free throw line, but not able to connect so far.
Yeah, they've missed 4 just in this quarter before these 2 attempts.
And that shot is no good. Got more substitutions coming in. For the Mid-South Mustangs, Daniel Johnson coming in, and Cameron Taylor will come in, I believe, for the shooter. If he's able to connect on this one.
Only if he makes it. And Paul has a discussion on this. Is if you know a substitution's coming in for you, do you make it on purpose or do you miss so you can stay in the game?
Yeah, ultimately I think it comes down to, I think most players are going to take the points because if your coach starts to get wise of that, that doesn't help you out either. Here's another 3 from Nettlingham in the corner, but it rattles out, and the Mustangs the other way. Javante Felton, left-handed shot. How did he get that to go? Floated into the air, and boy, he is piling up the points. That is 10 points this quarter already. 52-40, and then on the turnover, Mustangs going to get it back and another chance to get this lead down to 10 or even into single digits.
Yeah, that was a long pass, a little too long there. Jacob May couldn't really get to it. I don't think the court was long enough. Timeout.
And a timeout called by the Raiders.
Mid-South, I believe, called that timeout.
Okay, I was going to say, I didn't think they could call the timeout because they didn't have the ball, but looked like he was trying to call one, but the official saw the Mid-South Mustangs, and so that is a timeout, 52-40. So, Jeremy, right now it looks like the offense, I mean, when you look at the score sheet, Mid-South Mustangs, Javante Felton has really just taken over in this quarter. What do you do to stop him? Because he's really been the only production point-wise for the Mustangs this half.
Yeah, he's got 18 points, and every one of his points have came in the paint against the bigs. So if you're the Houston Raider, either you're Cole Baker or Luke Samang, you got to do a good job of just staying on your feet, not jumping on the pump fake, and making him shoot over you. He's got great leaping ability, and he's been able to score over both of them. But he's been able to score through contact because he gets them in the air, and he waits till they're on their way down before he goes up.
Yeah, and so far only Taylor's been able to connect on 3-pointers for the Mustangs. So you almost would consider double teaming him at times just because he's been so good at being able to get the ball inside and find a shot. And this time some more. It looks like a double team actually out near the timeline. Almost got him over it. And then on the pass, a turnover with the steal. Ball was knocked away by Samang. Quickly the other way, all the way to the goal. Nettlingham, but can't get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds to the Mustangs.
Yeah, that was a good spin move. But
out to the Raiders, rather.
Right. It was a good spin move by Carter, but great defensive play by the Mustang player there to cut off that.
On the inbounds, ball knocked out of bounds. Almost hit Nettlingham.
Luckily it bounced first before he grabbed it.
Try it again. There's May.
1 minute and 50 to go.
Jacob May drives. Will pass on the baseline to Samang. Can't get the short jumper to go, but the Raiders get it back. And then there's the putback by Brooks. No good. Rebound off to Felton and a foul. That's going to be on Jacob May. And
that's his 4th, I believe.
Jacob May, the All-American, All-Region player in the Big South for the Raiders. You don't want to see that.
And that's going to send Felton back to the free throw line.
Got to convert these. They've been unable to do so. He's hit a couple, but he's also missed quite a few, and misses the first one too strong.
Yeah, he's definitely filling up the stat sheet here in the third quarter.
teammate Chris Mabry goes up to him and pushes him back. Says, shoot from there.
Yeah.
Too strong. Substitutions are in. Felton will get one more. Minute and a half to go here. And he misses both. Rebound to Hervey. Hervey double teamed. And when he throws it, ball is turned over. That's a steal by Michael Chapman. But then there's a turnover on the Mustangs' part. Hervey has it. Quickly ahead. Brooks going to take it all the way in. That's too strong off the back rim. Here come the Mustangs.
Yeah, they had a 2-on-1 there, but unable to convert.
Felton outside now. You know he's going to look to drive. He does. Left-handed shot, no good, too strong. Samang gets the rebound, and he gets smacked on the arm. That is going to be a foul on the Mustangs, and the Raiders will be down, or will get the ball rather under their opponent's basket with the inbounds. Full court pressure once again by the Mustangs, trying to make something happen. And then we get a timeout. Raiders want to talk about how to beat that press. And with less than a minute to go, 52-40.
It's still only a 12-point game. Houston Raiders have not been able to extend that here in this third quarter, as they've only been able to score 9 points. But after that second quarter barrage by Carter and Jacob May, they've been kind of quiet here in the third quarter.
Yeah, almost just keeping them at bay. It's been pretty much Javante Felton. 3 points by Michael Chapman, but Felton's been able to attack and has really had his way in the paint, been able to get to the rim and get some good shots, to get some foul shots, had a couple of and-one opportunities. But other than that, we haven't heard from Taylor in a while, no outside shooting, and really it's kind of made them one-dimensional, which has really hurt their ability to make this comeback. They've been able to whittle it away, but every time they get within like 11 or 12, there seems to be an answer coming from the Raiders. And it's like you said, it's almost like they're just kind of doing whatever they have to do to keep that leader in the double digits, but not really scoring like they did in that second quarter. Here comes Hervey for the Raiders. He'll take it all the way up. Nice scoop shot in the right hand, but it was too strong. Felton the other way for the Mustangs.
Yeah,
44 seconds to go.
They've had a few forced shots there.
There's Taylor. His three's no good. He hit a couple in the first half. Going to try another one. That one's too strong. And the rebound off to Bubba Wheaton, but he loses the ball. And the putback, I believe it was Daniel Johnson put it back in. 52-42, and it's down to 10 points for the first time in a while. But then a quick foul by the Mustangs, and that should be, well, that's only the third foul, so they will not be shooting free throws. Raiders have 7 fouls this quarter. And they'll be throwing it in just to the end of the table here.
So it looks like Houston Raiders are going to go with both big men here, as they've been getting out-rebounded these last 25 seconds. And see if they can possibly get an offensive rebound and put back if need be, if there's a missed shot.
Cole Baker and Luke Samang. Meanwhile, Hervey drives all the way in, cannot get the contested layup to go. 8 seconds to go. Going to try to end the quarter here. Here's Felton. Takes it, kicks it out. Work the ball around the perimeter, but the ball is knocked away by Hervey. He's got less than 2 seconds, and we got a whistle. Foul on the floor, but that's not going to matter because it's only the 4th foul, so I believe they're going to have to inbounds it with less than a second to go on the clock. Hervey tried to rush his shot. The official said he was fouled before he was in the motion of the shooting. And with that being just the 4th foul, well, I
think they're just going to end the quarter.
They're just going to end the quarter that way. Okay, the official says that's the end of it.
They'll mark the foul and end the quarter and play ball.
That's how we'll end it then. So we'll take a break here and be back with the final quarter of action. It's the Houston Raiders leading the Mid-South Mustangs 52-42. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action here. Boys 18U, Scott State and Jeremy Caldwell. We're at Drury University, 32nd Annual Christian Homeschool Basketball National Championship game. It is the Houston Raiders holding a 52-42 lead. They have led since the second quarter, pretty much in double digits the entire time. They exploded in that second quarter after leading by 3 after 1. And they went into halftime with a double-digit lead and have pretty much held it there since. But the Mustangs trying to chip away, mainly on the back of Javonte Felton, their All-American and All-Region player. But so far it's stayed right around 10 to 15 points, and they're going to try to make that comeback and advance as Felton puts up a shot and gets a whistle. He'll be at the free throw line where they've not been very successful, but they'll try to turn that around this corner. The winner will move on to advance to the boys 18U Sweet 16, and they will play later on tonight against the Texas Lions. First shot up by Felton, no good.
Called another foul on Cole Baker. And Felton have hit his free throws here in the third quarter and start of the fourth.
Second, no good.
Possible one-possession ball game.
Yeah, how many have they missed? It seems like 8 maybe in just in this half.
9.
9 free throws missed this half, and they trail by 10. That tells you something. Here's May, the all-region player for the Raiders. Takes it all the way in. That's his 12th point of the game. First of the second half. Lead back up to 12.
Yeah, they went on quite a few long spurt there of no scoring for the Raiders.
Chapman going to work to his left and take it all the way to the rim. Too strong. Off with the rebound comes Nedlingham. Quickly up ahead, and there's a fast break. Found the man, Bubba Whedon, slashing to the basket, and he's able to put that in. That is his 9th point of the game, and the lead back up to 14 again. Under 7 to go. Another whistle and a foul. And at this point, Jeremy, if you're the Raiders, you don't necessarily want to stop the clock, but if you do have an open player behind you, you almost expect them to foul because right now they've been unable to connect on free throws.
Right. And that foul is on John Hervey, number 20.
On the inbounds, almost stolen away and still being harassed. Felton, a beautiful pass to Taylor, who puts it up with the left hand. First time we've heard from Taylor this half, his 8th point of the game. Quickly up ahead, and a collision. Both players go down hard. And then both players, looks like they both collided. May gets up, but the Mustang player still down at the edge of the table, and they're going to have to check on him. We'll take a timeout while the trainers come and check on the Mustangs player and hope he's okay, and we'll be back with the rest of this fourth quarter action after this break. Welcome back, and I can tell you Jamarcus Fleming, he had been injured earlier in the game. It looked like that same ankle, but he's okay, walked off the court. Quickly back to action. May puts it up, but tip in there by Cole Baker. His first points of the game, or actually, nope, that's his 4th point of the game. And the lead back up to 14 now. Ball was knocked off the leg of Taylor. Another turnover. On the inbounds. Double team, ball ripped away that time by number 13 for the Mustangs, Daniel Johnson. And Taylor going to push the pace. His team trailing by 14. Over in the corner, Westbrook drives, throws up a left-handed shot that's no good. May with the rebound. Quickly up ahead, racing to get it is Whedon. He can't get there. Ball is saved inbounds that time by Daniel Johnson. And the other way comes Chris Mabry all the way to the rim, but that shot won't go. Cole Baker with the board. Back and forth we go. Nice teamwork.
Good
pass
give and
back
go.
and forth by Baker and Hervey. Hervey ends up with a shot. He gets into double digits now with 11, and the lead back up to 16, their largest lead of the game.
Yeah, Bubba Whedon did a really good job of running weak side there with Harvey on the strong side.
That time looked like Bubba Whedon got kind of hit in the head, and then he tried to get down to get the long pass, but couldn't get to it. Taylor beat him to it, comes back the other way, and as he drives and goes to the floor, we got a whistle and a foul. They are starting to pile up the fouls here. As well as we said, the turnovers. Both teams play a pace where you're going to get turnovers, but they've had a lot today.
Yeah, that first quarter there was, up-tempo basketball, which was what we were expecting, but there was a lot of turnovers that came with that.
Josh Foster tried to make something happen there, and boy, their release this time now looks like what the Raiders are doing off the misses. They just take off and making the full court pass. Beautiful job there with the bucket, and the lead is the largest of the day now for the Houston Raiders. They lead at 62-44 with 5:02 to go.
Yeah, they come out in a 10-2 spurt here to start the fourth quarter to kind of push this lead back out, which we had talked about in the third there at the end, that they haven't done a really good job of extending the lead. They kind of held it on. They kept it around 10 or 12. They just couldn't extend it. And now they're making them pay for the few turnovers down here the Mid-South has created the last few times. And, like you said, they've made an assertive effort to rebound and just throw it over the top.
Yep.
And just get back and get easy layups.
They seem to, too, have been able to stop the flow of offense from Javante Felton. He went crazy in that third quarter to keep his team in it with 10 points, 18 on the game. But since then, we haven't heard from him, just 2 points for the team this quarter. And also a great job adjusting by the Raiders. First half, they were connecting from outside, had them down for 7 3-pointers. But then after that, they really had just won the second half, but they've been able to adjust, and looks like they're I don't know if it's definitely their strategy, but as soon as there's a miss, they look up, two guys release, and they are making the full court pass to try to beat the Mustangs down, maybe thinking they're a little tired right now.
Right. They you can see frustration starting to set in on Mid-South as they just couldn't get anything going. Felton really has been the only consistent player for them.
There's Hervey with the steal. He will take it all the way up. Left-handed layup is good. 15 points now for Hervey. The lead up to 20. 4:44 to go.
Yeah, 12-2 run here to start this fourth quarter.
Second and fourth quarter, it belonged to the Raiders. Here's a three-point shot that is no good. That time by Terrell Johnson, couldn't get it to go. Cross-court pass. Here's a three by Cole Baker. And you said it, Jeremy. Yep. Every player that scored has hit a three now.
They do shoot a lot of threes as a team. That would be somewhat of a fun matchup watching Houston Raiders and HHBA Lightning go at it.
There's Javante Felton again. He gets number 20 on the day. 67-46, 21-point lead for the Raiders. 3:55 to go. Oh, beautiful dish down low, and he missed it. He was so far under the basket. That time Leon Brooks couldn't get the point-blank shot to go. Mustangs the other way. Ball tipped away by Hervey. Hervey's done a great job this half coming up with steals. Once again, there's a release by Brooks. Brooks gets this one to go.
Yeah, Leon Brooks has had a few opportunities there at the goal and has short-armed quite a few of them. Was able to bank that one in.
Another timeout by the Mustangs. Looks like he's going to let his team kind of catch their breath. They are having trouble getting back on defense. And a lot of that caused John Hervey doing a fantastic job for the Raiders, knocking the ball away. Anytime the ball is on the floor, he has got a hand on it. And quickly, if he's not releasing to get the layup, he is looking up a head down court and making the long pass to find his wide open man for a layup. and some easy buckets. 69-46. So the winner goes on and will play the Texas Lions. And bar an amazing miracle comeback, it looks like it's going to be the Houston Raiders because they come out of the Big South. I'm sure they're kind of familiar with each other. The Lions out of Texas as well. And so that will be an interesting one later on tonight. We already know MHEA is going to be playing. They just had their opponent set as looked like it's going to be a game that was going to be at least tantalizing on paper because you got the regional champs, 2 different regional champs going to face each other. As we look forward to those tonight, that Sweet 16 is really starting to look impressive.
Yeah, you're going to have Texas Lions, like you said, against Houston Raiders here. MHEA is going to play HHBA Lightning. And then the Springfield Rush, PT Warriors, and Northside are still waiting for their opponents to finish their games this morning to decide who they're going to play. But it is matching up to be pretty interesting for tonight.
3-point shot is no good. That time by Chris Mabry. And the ball bounces out of bounds to the Raiders. Have you seen the Lions so far?
I have not seen the Lions.
South?
They've been playing over at Ozark. I have not been able to watch them. I did hear that they have 3 pretty good guards that we get the opportunity to watch here next as you and Paul Gilmore will be on that call, as Paul called the first 2 games over at Ozark this morning and has traveled back over here to Drury to meet us. And that should be an up-tempo game as Fort Wayne Hawks against KC East.
And on the drive, they call a charge. The Mustang player was set up there. It will be a turnover and give it back to the Mustangs. Yeah, looking forward to the KC East Lions, Fort Wayne Hawks. The Hawks with a 33-6 record this year. And so we know that they've got some definite firepower. They lost yesterday to Dash, and that was part of what put them down into this bracket where they're playing in a play-in game. And looking forward to seeing the KC East Lions coming up next. In this one, it's a 69-46 lead for the Houston Raiders. They will be advancing to take on the Texas Lions, also out of the Big South. It's a 3-point shot that is short, sails out of bounds to the Raiders.
Yeah, we have 69-46 here, 2:22 to go. It looks like the Memphis Mustangs just kind of ran out of gas here in the second half. The first half, it was kind of tightly contested until Carter Nottingham kind of went off on his own little 10-0 run by himself. And that's kind of what flipped the game around.
The Raiders use everybody. If you look at their bench, every single player has been in and played significant minutes. I don't know if they always do that, but that has to help them as they get ready to play their second game of the day later on tonight. That time a block and a miss. 3-point shot is no good. Rebound to the Mustangs and Javante Felton. On up ahead to Fleming. Good to see him back in. He seems to be okay, but his shot is no good. And with less than 2 minutes to go, they're going to play this one out. Try to get some scores, maybe some guys that don't always hit out there. And, boy, there's another 3 by Cole Baker, his second straight.
I'm sorry, Cole.
That puts him in double digits.
So I'll retract that statement. All 5 starters for Houston Raiders can shoot threes. Cole has made his point known as he's hit 2 of them here in the fourth.
And hopefully he's hoping the coach takes note of that. Maybe he'll have the green light when they play later on today. Mustangs, another miss from outside, and so the Lions, the Raiders are going to go ahead and try to just kill the clock. Taylor tries to get a steal. We got a whistle and a foul on Cameron Taylor.
Trying to be aggressive there and try to get a steal. No fight, no quit in him. Nothing dirty.
Still no free throws yet. And the Raiders toss it in with a minute to go here. Fourth quarter. Boys 18U. And Houston Raiders going to advance to the Sweet 16. It's Cole Baker once again. He's had himself a good second half, just 2 points in the first.
Cole Baker's got 10 quick points here in the fourth quarter. I think it's just going to be a substitution timeout.
Darrell Johnson comes in for the Mustangs, also Kavion Westbrook. And the Mustangs going to try to end with something positive here. They will continue to play, though, as well. That's one of the great things about nationals is it's not a one and done. You still are able to move down and play in other brackets. That time a three-pointer is no good. Rebound to the Mustangs inside. That was blocked inside by Cole Baker. Quickly the other way is Leon Brooks. He gets it knocked out of bounds. And with 28.2 seconds to go, 74-46 lead for the Houston Raiders. They will march on into the Sweet 16. Mustangs will continue their play, and you can check all of the brackets and everything out online. And we'll try to keep you up to date as different games are happening across the city and how that affects the brackets and different teams that will be playing each other. They're going to just let the clock run out here, and it's going to end at the 74-46 final. Houston Raiders, congratulations to their squad. Midsouth Mustangs, it was a close one early, but after that second quarter explosion, much behind Carter Nettlingham when he scored 13 of his 20 in that quarter. And that's the way it will end. So we'll be here with more action all day long. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back here in this next game. It'll be Paul Gilmore and myself as we will bring you the KC East Lions and the Fort Wayne Hawks in the play-in game to try to make it to the Sweet 16. Back with that game after this short break.